Welcome. Welcome to my virtual live all levels Vinyasa flow. This is going to be your practice, so you can make this as gentle, as intense as you would like today. I'm going to give you a lot of different modifications, variations, and you can just choose what feels good for you right now. So we'll get started in just a moment. All right. For our practice today, we are going to start in just a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like for you, that might be Sukhasana, easy pose, just sitting cross-legged. If this is a little uncomfortable, you could always sit on a blanket or two, folded up, just to lift up the pelvis a little bit. You can even sit in a chair. We're going to spend a little bit of time here sitting down on the mat. So you want to find what feels most comfortable, so that way you can really relax and feel and focus on the stretches we're going through. I'm actually going to start just on my knees here, and I'm actually going to use a block. If you don't have any blocks, that's okay. Don't really need them for today's practice. But again, just finding what feels most comfortable for you. So any seated position. All right, as we get all settled in here, once you find your comfortable seat, you are welcome to close your eyes. Or maybe just have a gentle gaze looking down towards your mat. Just let your palms rest on your thighs. For today's practice, we're going to focus on stretching out the muscles that can get really tight if you spend a lot of time sitting. So maybe you sit in a car all day, you commute or just drive a lot. Maybe you're sitting at a desk hunching over a computer or a phone. So that really, all of that tightens up your hip flexors, your chest, your shoulders, even your neck. So we're going to get into all of those areas in the body just to open up, stretch them out, just feeling nice and relaxed by the end of our practice. So here in our seat, lengthening up through the spine. Right now, notice where you're holding on to any tension. Is it the shoulders, your neck, your jaw, maybe between your eyebrows? Just soften all of those spaces. Just start to connect with your breath. Feeling your breath moving through your body. Traveling up your nose, down your throat, filling your belly and lungs with air, and then empty it all out as you exhale. Just using that focus on your breath your body and clear your mind. Just let go of your day. Let go of any outside distractions. Release any wandering thoughts that aren't serving you in this moment. You have chosen to join me here on your mat. So just give yourself this gift of being fully present in the moment. Allowing all your attention to be on you. Connecting with your breath. And connecting with your body. As you start to find a steady rhythm of breath, even breath in through your nose, and an even breath out your nose. Continue to keep that length up through the spine, relax through the shoulders. And we're just going to turn our head to look over our right shoulder. With every exhale, maybe you turn your head a little bit more. Just keeping your chin parallel to the ground. Feeling that gentle stretch down the left side of your neck. And then slowly turn your head, look over your left shoulder. Pausing as you inhale, and maybe turning a little deeper as you exhale. And then return your head back to center. This time we'll lower our right ear to our right shoulder. So just tilting your head to the side. And then slowly start to lower your chin down towards your right clavicle or just near the right shoulder. Still keep the head tilted here. Let your left shoulder feel heavy, reaching away from your head. Just focusing on your breath. And slowly bring your head back to center. We'll lower our left ear towards our left shoulder. And then lower your chin down towards your left clavicle bone, towards the left side of your chest. This time that right shoulder is feeling heavy. Allow your head to slowly come back to center. From here, we're going to lower our chin down to our chest. And now clasp your hands and let your hands rest right at the back of your head. Let your elbows come in towards your nose. Now we're not forcing anything here. We're not pulling the head down. We're just gravity and the weight of our arms add to the stretch. Then release your hands. Very slowly bring your head back to center. Take a moment, just pause here. Just notice how you feel. And now we're going to take our left arm, reach up and over to the right. Nice big side stretch. Just breathing into your left side body, reaching out through your fingertips. And other side, right arm reaches up and over to the left. And returning back to center, let your hands rest on your knees or your thighs. On an inhale, heart comes forward, shoulders back, maybe lift up the chin. And exhale, round, draw the belly button to your spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, heart forward, look up. Exhale, round, chin to chest. 2 more times, follow your breath. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine after your final round. Let your hands come down to your sides. Start to walk the hands back, just far as comfortable. Allow the heart to come forward, shoulders back. Belly pulls in. Keep the neck long, just tucking chin to your chest. Take a breath here. And now we're going to reach our arms directly out in front, hands in line with your shoulders. We'll take our right arm under the left, bend at the elbows. Couple options here. You can stay here, maybe grab a hold of your shoulders, or maybe you can take full eagle arms, wrapping the hands around your wrists. From here, feel the shoulder blades spread across your back. Think about lifting your elbows up just a little higher. And if you have your fingertips pointing towards the sky, think about moving your thumbs away from your forehead. And then if it feels good, allow your chin to come down towards your chest. Take a couple breaths here. This is a big stretch for the shoulders, your upper back. Use your breath here, breathing into any tight spaces in your body. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, release, shake out those arms, maybe roll out the shoulders. Again, let's have our hands walk back behind us. Open up the heart, shoulders back. Chin towards your chest, belly draws inward. And then reach your arms out in front, other side, left arm under the right. Find your variation here. Maybe just grab the shoulders. Maybe you can take the full eagle arms. This side might feel a little different, so make any adjustments needed. We're going to broaden out the shoulder blades. Try and lift the elbows a little bit higher, and maybe move the thumbs away from your forehead. option to tuck chin to chest. Breathing into your upper back, your shoulders. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, release, shake out those arms, roll out the shoulders, and let's go ahead and come forward onto our hands and knees, tabletop. I want you to take this time in your tabletop and just find any movement that feels good. That might be taking a few more cat-cows, getting into the belly and the spine. It might be moving your hips side to side. Or maybe it's moving in big circles, one direction and then the other. Just take this time to check in with your body. This might be the first time today you've really slowed down and have been able to even think about yourself. So just noticing what feels good here, what might need a little bit more attention, what's feeling a little extra tight or sore. So just exploring any movement that feels good here. And then go ahead and take one more cycle of breath, any last little movement, and we'll meet back in our tabletop. And now go ahead and bring your knees and feet a little bit closer together. We're going to sit back on our heels, reach your arms forward, folding down, belly over your thighs. Now really reach out through your fingertips here. Pressing down into your palms, almost like you're trying to pull your mat towards your nose. Breathe into your upper back, your sides. As you inhale, fill the belly, feel it press against your thighs. And as you exhale, empty your breath. Now we're going to keep those arms reaching forward. On an inhale, rise up into a plank on your knees. So just shifting your weight forward, lowering the hips. We're stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Engage your core, pulling belly button up to your spine. As you exhale, sit back in your child's pose, hips to heels. Again, inhale to your plank, shift forward. Exhale, sit back. Keep that going here just a few more times. Following the flow of your breath. And next time you're in your plank, pause here. Hugging in your elbows, we're going to start to lower all the way down to your belly. Top of the feet press into your mat. As you inhale, lift your heart, cobra, just high as comfortable. And exhale, release. Two more times, inhale, lift, elbows back. Exhale, lower, press into the top of your feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Curl your toes. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're sending our hips to the sky here. Our first down dog. Just find any movement that feels good. Pedaling out through your feet, getting a nice stretch into one leg and then the other. remember, this is your practice. So you can always lower back down to your knees. And you're just going to do what we did earlier. Sit back in child's pose and shift forward into your plank on the knees. Another option here is from your down dog. On an inhale, shift forward, plank up on your toes. Hips in line with the heart. Still stacking shoulders over wrists. As you exhale, hips to the sky, down dog. Again, inhale to your plank. Exhale, down dog. Keep that going. Follow your breath. Keep the core engaged, belly up to your spine. Again, you can lower to those knees at any moment. And once you're back in your plank, pause here. Hugging in your elbows, slowly lower down to your belly. Point your toes. Now your choice, you can take a little cobra, but hold. Or maybe take an upward facing dog. Straighten your arms, thighs, lift off your mat. Pause here. We won't be here too long, but just take a moment to feel the pose. Heart forward, shoulders down and back, away from your ears. Press into the palms, draw the belly in. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, make your way to the top of your, move to your down dog, hips to the sky. Take a couple breaths here again, pedal out those feet. And now from your down dog, make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Taking some time here to just come off of the wrists, so you can either let your arms dangle or grab a hold of your elbows and just sway side to side. Let there be a little bend in the knees, upper body just hangs heavy. Soften through the neck. Maybe even shake your head a little, yes and no. And with your fingertips reaching towards the ground, on an inhale, just lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach to the sky, big stretch. Exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Thumbs point back. As you exhale, cactus, elbows wide, heart forward. This is a really tiny back bend. You shouldn't feel any pressure in the low back. Just think about bringing shoulder blades together, open up the heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back to your plank. Now you can either lower belly to cobra or lower halfway chaturanga to your up dog. And we'll meet in our down dog. Take a breath. Now from our down dog, as you inhale, raise your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hips. So we're opening up to the right. Nice big stretch here. Feel that right heel come towards your glute, and that right knee is reaching to the sky. Take another inhale. On your exhale, we'll step our foot up between our hands and lower the back knee down. Making sure to stack front knee over your ankle. We're just going to lift the heart and let your hands rest on top of your thigh. So to start here, have your shoulders in line with your hips. But think about pushing your left hip forward and your right hip back. You may not feel too much here, but even in this pose, we're getting a nice big stretch in the psoas, one of the big muscles deep in the hips. So just imagine pushing that left hip forward. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, let the hips sink closer down towards your front foot. And then inhale, push back. Good again. Exhale, sink. Inhale back. Keep that going. Just be mindful of that front knee. Always keep it behind your toes. Stay relaxed through the shoulders. And then we'll pause here. Hips heavy, sinking forward. Let your hands come down to your mat. Keep your left hand pressing into the mat, and we'll reach our right arm up to the sky. Draw the belly in. Pull the right hip back. Reach through that right arm. Option to stay here or curl your back toes. Lift the back knee. If you've lifted your back knee, you're reaching out through that back heel. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes to your mat. Lower your back knee if you lifted it. We'll straighten our front leg, lift the toes, half split. Just a couple breaths here, nice stretch into the back of the legs. You can have as much of a bend in that front knee as you need. Crown of the head, reaching towards your toes. Take one more breath here. And we'll return back to our low lunge. Lift your arms to the sky. Thumbs back. On an exhale, cactus. Again, tiny back bend. Draw the belly in. Open up the heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back to a plank. Now your choice, you can take a Vinyasa flow, belly to cobra or chaturanga up dog, or you can always head right to your down dog. Again, this is your practice. If you want something a little more gentle, you're just going to go to your down dog. If you want something a little more invigorating, you'll take that Vinyasa flow. All right, other side here. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Reaching that left knee up high as you can. Big stretch here. As you exhale, plant your foot between your hands. Back knee lowers. Take a moment. Make sure that front knee is in line with your ankle. Press into your front foot. Lift your heart. Let your hands rest on your thigh. Start by sitting up tall, shoulders over hips. This time, think about pushing your right hip forward, but your left hip is pulling back. Focusing on getting that stretch through the psoas, deep into the hips here. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, let those hips sink forward a little, and then inhale, push back. Exhale, sink. Inhale back. Keep that going. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper each time. Always keeping that left knee behind your toes. Noticing if this side feels a little different than the other side. Again, we're keeping all of our awareness inward. connecting, feeling the pose in our body. All right, let those hips sink forward. Pause here. We'll lower our right hand to the mat. Reach left arm to the sky. Easy twist. Trying to stack left shoulder over right. Pull that left hip back. You might twist a little deeper. Option to stay here or lift your back knee. Push out through your heel. Breathe. Good. Release the hand, release the knee if lifted. We'll straighten our front leg, lift the toes, half split. We're pulling the left hip back. Nose reaching for your shin. Just take one more breath. And return back to your low lunge. Lift the heart, arms to the sky, belly draws in. Thumbs back. Cactus out your arms, open up the heart. Shouldn't feel any pain or pressure in the low back. If you do, just straighten up a little more and just think about pulling the elbows. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to mat. Option for a vinyasa flow or head right to your down dog. From your down dog, on an inhale, raise your right leg tall. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Again, opening to the right, big stretch. On an exhale breath, step your foot between your hands. This time, pivot your back foot. Inhale up, warrior two. So now our hips are open to the left. Still stacking shoulders over the hips and bending into that right leg. Press down into the outer edge of your back foot. Reach through the arms. On an inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. As you exhale, hinge forward. Right arm on right thigh, top arm reaching overhead. Feel that length through the side body. Keep your heart open to the sky. Good again. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse. Keep reaching back. Just straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Big stretch here. And then we'll bring our right hand down, our right leg, left arm to the sky, triangle. We're rolling the left shoulder back. We're opening up our left hip. Keep your heart pointing to the sky. Take one more breath. Press into your feet. Inhale up. Keep the legs straight, hands on hips. Pivot that right foot, all 10 toes point to the long edge of your mat. From here, clasp your hands at your low back. Now you can either keep your elbows bent, just think about heart forward, elbows squeezing into one another, or maybe let your arms straighten, knuckles to the sky. Pressing down into the outer edges of your feet. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, start to fold forward. Hips going back, heart forward. You can either keep your arms near your back, or maybe your knuckles reach to the sky. Just let your upper body hang heavy. Let gravity do the work. We'll release our hands down to our mat. Take a moment, hang heavy. It might feel good to bend into one leg and then the other. From here, we're going to walk our hands to our right foot. All 10 toes pivot to point forward. Bend into your right leg. We're either in our low runner's lunge with your back knee lifted, or you can lower your back knee down. Your choice here. Just allow the heart to come forward. If you have your back knee lifted, reach out through that back heel. If that knee is down, let those hips sink forward. Breathe into your hips. Let's take one more inhale breath. On your exhale, step back plank. Take your Vinyasa flow, and we'll meet in our down dog. From your down dog, inhale, raise your left leg tall. Bend your knees, stack your hips. You're opening up, big stretch, reach that knee high. As you exhale, step between your hands, pivot your back foot, rise up, warrior two. Look down, you want your front heel in line with your back arch. Reach out through the arms, but soften the shoulders. As you inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Right hand rests on your thigh, left arm reaches long. As you exhale, hinge forward, left arm on your thigh, top arm overhead, extended side angle. Try and rotate the heart to the sky. Press down into your back foot. As you inhale, rise back up, reach up and back again. And then straighten that left leg, stay here, reverse triangle, big stretch. And then hinge forward, left arm down the left leg, right arm to the sky. We're stacking the shoulders. Let there be a tiny bend in that left knee, just no hyperextending. Try and open up that right hip. Let your neck just be neutral, looking forward. And then pressing into your feet, inhale back up. Pivot your left foot, all 10 toes, point to the long edge. Clasp your hands behind you again. Elbows can stay bent if that feels better for the shoulders, or let the arms straighten. Heart forward. Keep the neck long, tuck the chin. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, fold. Arms either stay near your back or reach knuckles to the sky. Keeping your weight more forward in your feet. Soften the neck, just let your head hang heavy. And then we'll release our hands down to our mat. Start to walk your hands over to your left foot. All 10 toes point forward, either finding your low runner's lunge or lower your back knee to the mat, low lunge. Either way, we're stacking our front knee over the ankle, heart forward, shoulders back. Take one more breath. And now a little different here. Step back to your plank and gently lower down to your belly. From here, lift your heart. Bring your forearms in front of you, parallel to one another. We're coming into our Sphinx pose. Top of the hips, front or top of the feet, press down into your mat. Shoulders are in line with your elbows, heart forward. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Keep the neck long, just looking down towards your thumbs. Take a couple breaths here. inhale. As you exhale, lower your heart. Hands under shoulders, come up to your tabletop. Sit back in your child's pose. You can let the knees come out wide as comfortable. Just melt your heart down. Take a couple deep breaths here. Let your body feel heavy. One more big breath in. And a long exhale out. As you inhale, slowly rise up to your tabletop. Take a moment here, it might feel good just to rock the hips side to side. And now let's go ahead and make our way onto our backs. It might feel good here just to roll along the spine a few times forward and back. Or maybe once on your back, just hug knees to the chest. And you can just rock a little side to side. Eventually letting your head and your shoulders just feel heavy on the ground. And with your legs bent, we'll lower the soles of the feet down to your mat. Feet are about hip distance apart, all 10 toes are pointing forward. Arms at your sides, pressing into the ground. We'll find our bridge pose, so start to lift your hips to the sky, just high as comfortable here. Option to keep the arms at your sides, or maybe bring the shoulder blades together. Clasp your hands under your low back. Feel the arms press into the ground as you lift your heart to your chin and your chin to the sky. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your inner thighs and press down into your big toes. This is another great way to just stretch out the front of the body all the way from the chest, the belly, the hips, the thighs. Take one more inhale breath. As you exhale, slowly lower down. Take a moment just to pause. Feel your low back heavy on your mat. From here, we'll hug our right knee to our chest. Let your left leg straighten out onto your mat. You are welcome to stay here, or maybe take a twist over to your left leg, goes across your body. Right arm can reach out to the right. Try and keep the back of your right shoulder on your mat. Keep your heart pointing to the sky. Deepening your inhales and lengthening out your exhales. If you took that twist, slowly come back to center. Other side, hug left knee in, right leg straightens out. Feel the low back press into the ground. Again, you can always just stay right here, or take your twist over to the right. Left arm extends out to the left. you're taking that twist. You're trying to stack left hip over the right. And still keep that left shoulder down on your mat. As you exhale, slowly come out of your twist. Bring your feet back onto your mat, knees bent. Take a moment just to windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then two options here. You can either have your feet out wider than your hips and just let your knees come together to touch. This always feels really nice on the low back. Or you can take Supta Baddha Konasana, bound angle, soles of the feet come together, knees drop out wide. Just finding what feels good here. You can either place your palms over your belly. Maybe just let your arms rest at your sides, or you could even reach them overhead. Take a few breaths here. Just let your body feel heavy. Grounding down onto your mat. Taking this moment to just observe your body. Just taking in any sensations. Just noticing how you feel now compared to first stepping onto your mat today. If there's any other final movements you feel your body needs, go ahead and take those now. And as you begin to feel ready, just allow everything to release down to your mat. Just let your body take up space. Let your legs be wider than your hips, your arms wider than your shoulders. This is the time to just allow our bodies to receive all the benefits from this practice. This is the time to just allow our bodies to process and integrate all that we did on our mat today. So just relax every muscle. Let your breath find its natural rhythm. Just let everything around you melt away as we come into our final pose, Shavasana. comfortable seat. With your eyes closed, palms together at your heart. Taking this moment to just acknowledge your practice. Appreciate your time here on your mat. Just reminding yourself how important it is to take the time to slow down and just focus on you. Begin to take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Gently lower your chin to your chest. When you feel ready, you can blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope your body feels a little more opened, the mind a little more relaxed. Until next time, namaste. Thank you, guys. Hope that felt good. Again, this focused on opening up the chest, the shoulders, the hips. So again, if you spend a lot of time sitting throughout your day, this is a good flow to always come back to. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Have a good one.